Hi everyone, happy Friday. Oh, I'm recording this on Thursday. I just spent the time recording it and then realized that the right microphone was not hooked up. And yeah, so here we go again with take two. If this one doesn't work, I think I'm just gonna throw up my hands and say, not today, not today, Satan, not today. Alright, so I think I counted and I had, for the month of November, 26 pages, which is probably about average for me. I started off strong at the start of the month and then just kind of fizzled out the last half of the month. Things got really busy, got really stressful. But I did color quite a few non-color by number pages this month, which is unusual. And a good thing, of course. So I'm going to go through the completed pages first. The non-color by number books first, with my George Tufexis book kind of in the middle, and then of course regular color by number after that. So if you just color by number isn't your thing, then you still get to, hopefully you'll hang around for a part of this video. I do have one whip that's carrying over from November, which you will recognize if you watched the color and chat earlier this month. This is from Autumn Charm, and we did the page that's on the cover. We got this far along with the real brush pens from Arteza. I just lost enthusiasm for the picture. I love how the brushes are, the Arteza real brush pens I find do really well in the Creative Haven paper, and I've always enjoyed using them. Just hadn't used them in a long time. And it's like, I love how it's turning out. I just kind of lost enthusiasm for it. So I'm hoping I'll have this done by the end of the month. But yep, that is my whip we're carrying over. This almost was another whip, but I finished it right on the last day of the month. I had started this as a finish the book in a year color along. I think it's Whimsy Girls 2021, the Coloring Diva, I think. And I was doing really good till about May, and then it just kind of fell off my radar. I did go back in here though and grab a Thanksgiving picture. This one I've actually taken apart and put in a binder. I don't usually do that, but I'm doing one set of the pictures, and the other set I don't know what to do with yet, so I will probably give those away at some point. But I'm doing the non-simplified pictures. But here is the Thanksgiving Day parade one, and I think like my perfect meld of taking time and effort to blend markers versus just straight coloring, like this is kind of my happy medium where I straight color but I outline usually in like a darker color. I don't know, it kind of gives me the best of both worlds. Actually the longest I spent on this picture was picking out the color palette because I was just winging it. But this turned out really lovely. I particularly like the balloon. I'm like my husband, that bright blue kind of just draws your eye to it, but overall it turned out really nice. So there is that one. Hopefully I can finish it next year. I have made pretty good progress through it. Kawaii Witches Autumn and Halloween Adult Coloring Book by Just Too Kawaii. So I am a big fan of Adventure Time. We just finished watching it a month or two ago. I absolutely adore the show. And we particularly like Fiona and Cake in the episodes around them. And I'm not going to explain who they are because I don't want to cause any potential spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen the show. But HBO is apparently, I think, working on a Fiona and Cake spin-off series. So I'm excited about that. But the moment I saw this picture, I thought, this is Fiona and Cake like going trick-or-treating on Halloween, and I was so happy with how it turned out. Mostly straight color just because that is the animation style, and so usually big blocks of color for shading happen like in the background or mostly in the background, so that I kind of tried to replicate that with the sky and the clouds and stuff, but everything else is just straight color to try to match that kind of color style in the show. And yeah, it turned out great. Lich King, I say that's his skull. And if you're familiar with Lumpy Space Prince for Fiona and Cake, he is here hiding as a pumpkin. He's about to come out and spook them and scare them. So like I said, I absolutely love how it turned out. And yeah, that was my inspiration for that one. Very pleased. At the beginning of the month, I think I might have done a color in chat. I think that's what it was. I can't remember. In this one, Enchanted Halloween by Hannah Lynn. And we did the Scarecrow. It's marker, a little bit of white gel pen, and then stickles on the moon, on her eyes, and on the corn. And I just picked this palette as I went. It turned out gorgeous. I actually really love it. My favorite part, though, and the thing I was proudest of, was the white gel pen accents I did on the little turkey ling. So FYI, little factoid, apparently baby turkeys are called turkeylings. So I had looked at pictures for that, and I don't know, he turned out adorable. This might be one of my favorite Hannah Lynn pictures in terms of just color and, yeah, just the vibrancy and the color palette and stuff. Fall Friends by Deborah Muller. I ended up doing this one. This has all been markers. I did not use color pencils. I didn't use any of my paint. I didn't use really anything else except for the Arteza Real Brush pens. The rest, if I'm not mistaken, has all been marker. It's just been one of those months. Here I tried to do a little bit of a blend with some different color combos here to make them slightly different, but it didn't really work all that well. That's fine. Was pretty solid on my color palette, except when I got her, I just didn't really know what color I was going to do her shirt and pants and stuff. Like how that turned out. And then the background was the thing I really spent time on. I didn't want to make it too dark, but I didn't want to leave it white. And so I grabbed I think it was caramel or some type of cream or something from the Yohoo pastel marker set, and it was absolutely perfect. Honestly, it would be a lot faster for me to go find palettes. Apologies if you hear loud truck in the background. It's a little bit nice today, and the window's actually open so the cats can enjoy the porch. I really should come into these with like an already picked palette. It would probably make things a lot faster, but most of the time I just wing it, and that's what I spend most of my time on, is picking colors. I was still in a Halloween and autumn mood in November, though I have to say a lot of that's out of my system now. Probably will only see a couple of those types of pictures for me each month now. I did another one from 50 Halloween Miniatures by Camellia Angelkova, and I did this one. Again, just marker. I wish I went a little darker on the solid color on the roof, but that's really the only... I like everything else in this picture. And then I added a little bit of stickles to the ghosts to make them sparkly ghosts. So, really like my bat, and I like the cloud. And again, it was just on a whim color palette. So I did have a couple of buddy colors this month. I have one with Sarah from Chronic Coloring Down Under in World of Cats. No rush, Sarah, if you're watching. Once hers is completed, I'm going to post this one to Instagram, but I figured I'd go ahead and show it. This is by Sun Life Drawing. And we chose this page. And it's just straight color marker with a little bit of stickle and then glossy accent on the bubbles. And that's pretty much it. Cute little picture. I was glad to get another one done in this book. So Tammy from Tammy Colors 2 and I have, this is our buddy color project book right now that we're working through. And she got her, the next page we picked, she gotten done back in August. And me dragging my feet just finally got it done this month. Just too much going on. So here is my version. And I did post both of our versions to Instagram if you want to go have a look. But it was still an Adventure Time color palette format, so I kind of was thinking Ice King colors with the dragon, and kind of just winged everything else, and then covered the gold in stickles. Got a little bit on the dragon, but that's okay. Never said I was neat when I colored. We were very similar in our piles of gold, but I mean, really and truly, if you're a dragon, can you call yourself a king dragon if it's not a pile of gold? Pile of silver, bah, no, you're you're not in that upper level league. It's got to be a pile of gold. So that one was fun, and I used iridescent gel pens for the crown and the goblet. The next page we have is this one, and I suggested we do them in Christmas colors this month, so which I think is what we're going to do. So I'm pretty excited about that, which means I need to do that one this month. Michelle, come on. Last non-color by number, 50 Autumn Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. I also did one in this one. I think I'm good. I don't see... I'm not really, well, I'll explain that more in one of the color by number books, but this is the picture I did in here. And yeah, did the outline again, tried to do a little bit of blending here and there. I don't really know what to call this method. This is just whatever mood Michelle's in. You might get marker blending and marker outline in a picture. You might get straight coloring. You might get a combination of all three. It's just whatever I'm in the mood in for that particular set of colors. But I knew that this was all going to be fall-like with the leaves, so I wanted to add a little color with the rainbow umbrella. I meant to add glossy accents on the raindrops, and I forgot. And I wanted to have a little pink mouse to have a little more color too. And so here they are on their cute little date, out on their little boat, leaf boat. And it's just a super cute picture. But yeah, these really are like my jam. I think, as you can see, and probably have seen for the last few months, these have been kind of my jam lately. Alright, color by number. We are going to start with Autumn Inspirations, which I think a lot of people like, even if they're not a typical color by number fan, because these are really complex color by numbers. So this was by far my most liked picture on Instagram, lending to that theory. Autumn Inspirations by George Dufexis. I did want to do another page in here, so I did this one, and I mean, I think it was the most liked for good reason. It turned out absolutely stunning. Again, I used the Tau Tree markers as I usually do, and just had to come in with a little white gel pen for some cleanup to really make these white areas pop. I think that's really what helps make the picture. What I'm curious about, so I colored another smug cat on a pumpkin last year, I think, and it was this one. And I can't remember if this is the way it looked or if it's faded a little bit. I'll have to go back and look at my Instagram. What I'm curious about, because this was all different markers, if this will have a more faded look, because it's just so bright and vibrant right now. So I think it's okay. Obviously that's where I, colored, so I think it's okay. Anyway, yeah, this turned out great. Any artists that are watching this, as I said when I posted this on social media, if you could help a girl out and just do a coloring book of smug cats sitting on stuff, like laying and sitting on stuff, just a smug look. They ain't got to be doing anything. They just look smug, like a normal cat would. I would absolutely love it. A book with like this look on all the cats, and they're just sitting and laying on random things. I will help you promote that book, and And I will do my best to make sure that is a successful book. So just FYI to the artists out there. And I think that one's good to go. I'm really not seeing a lot of yellowing. I typically am using the Spree and Weisbrandt markers in my books now, and I don't see any evidence really of yellowing with them. So there's that. All right, now let's get into my workhorse color by number. This was a, hang on, there we go. This was a Happy Mail gift a few months back, and I have a few of these from Belva Family. I just haven't really spent time coloring in them, and I don't know what it was. It was right before I went on my trip in October, and I took this with me, and I just fell in love with it, and I'm already more than halfway through the book. I'm pretty sure I can finish it next year. But it just blew up. This was my go-to for something quick and fun and easy. I really enjoy using my water-based markers in here. Let me show you the ones I did this month. My only downside is the water-based markers, of course, run out quickly. The black in particular, as you can imagine for a Halloween type book, there's a lot of black backgrounds and stuff. The black ran out fairly quickly, so I did have to use a black alcohol marker because I have like a stack of those. And then I also had to use a peach alcohol marker because I don't really have a peach in my water-based markers. But the rest is all water-based markers. The Tamnets, I believe, which I have had for quite a few years, and they have been doing pretty darn good. I would have assumed they would have all dried out by now, but they haven't. I really like that scarecrow. And I'm not too fussy about lines and stuff in this one. This is just for fun. Though I have to say this one's probably my favorite one in the book so far. I love the colors of it. I love its little haunted house, and I don't know if that's a zombie or just a dude that lives there. A vampire maybe, who knows. But that moon don't look real thrilled about it. Whoever it is, he didn't look real excited. So anyway, that's my stopping point. I think I'm going to switch over to Stylish Animals now, which I got last month. Though I might revisit this, here and there. I think when it comes to Halloween season next year, if I haven't been working in it by then, I definitely probably will finish it if I spend as much time with it. You just, sometimes you get that one book and you just love it and you're in the groove, and that was my book. Cute Cats by Saatchi and Sachdeva, color by number. Did this little dude having the best time fishing, and he's apparently very good at it according to his bucket. Real cute picture. Sometimes, I love the George Tufexis complicated ones, but sometimes you just need a low-key one like this too, and I love them both for different reasons. Again, it's whatever Michelle's mood is into color. Some days I will just straight color like this. Other days I might just outline this, or I might put crayon in, or yeah, it's just whatever Michelle's in the mood for is typically how we go with that. Instead, this is Autumn Black Background Mosaic Magical Fall Coloring Book. There's a lot of titles here. By Color Questopia. This is the book they released last year with their big 50 color palette. I like the images in this book a little more than the ones they published this year, so I ended up getting this year, and I did 2 pages in this. We have this one. Usually my color by numbers I work back to front. Yeah, with these they show all the colors on each page regardless, so you have another page, but as you can see, sometimes it makes it hard to read if the other side's colored. So if this was only showing the colors I was using or something, I'd want to work back to front so I could still see what I was doing on that. So there's that page, and then that one. Like I said, I have a batch set of black alcohol markers I bought. I really wish I wish they would sell oranges like that. I don't know what it is. It's just the way, and it's probably different for everybody. But for me, I burn through oranges really fast. Black markers, obviously, but the orange markers I burn through really fast. And so I wish I had more oranges. Country Life by Kira Shershneva. She just put out a book that features women, maybe more like a fantasy type book, which I of course I love the idea of, but I told myself, and I'm sticking by it, that any new books by the color by number people, that artists that I love, I cannot get one until I've completed one of their previous books. So here is the one from Country Life that I did, a nice little fall picture. I would say out of all her books, this is the one I've completed the most out of, so this is probably the one realistically I will be done with first. And it's also my favorite one of hers so far, because it's got people, but it's also got like just the scenery in it. I mean, I love her mandala books and her seasonal books and stuff, but it's just something about this one. I feel like it has such a pretty theme to it. I don't know how to explain it, but I really like it. Fairy Tales Color Counts by Mindware. I did finish out all the single pages in this book. All the single pages. Oh gosh. Well, I don't have to worry about anybody picking up what that was and getting mad at me. Or maybe, I don't know, the YouTube's picking that one up. Anyway, so here's the princess and the frog. There's the frog. You can see yellowing here, and that's because I used the shuttle art marker for this type of light orange color. So far, the rest of it's Sprees and Wisebrandt. So far, only the shuttle art is doing the yellowing. Shuttle art and Arteza seem to be the ones I have the most trouble with yellowing. In the Arteza, I'm talking about the old school Everblends, not the new ones. I have no idea about the new ones, so I'm not going to provide commentary because I don't have them. I don't plan on getting them. So, Jack and the Maiden Stalk. Again, that was that shuttle art. Oh, skipped one. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, who look a heck of a lot happier at seeing her than I would expect if I come home and found somebody in my bed that's not supposed to be there. This one, again, only a little bit of yellowing where I used the shell art. I think I used a spree marker for all of this because the shuttle art was running a little dry. I have a whole bunch of shuttle arts that I bought like right when I first started coloring, and so they kind of get thrown into the workhorse batch and just used mostly for color by number and stuff. But again, some yellowing there. And then finally I had Rapunzel, as you guys saw. So all the single layout pages are done in here. All I have left are the double page layouts. I think altogether, if you count the double page, well, that's two completely different scenes, which is really funny. Like the half pig and then the dwarves. That's really funny. If you count these as 2 pages instead of a double page spread, you get like 22 color by number, and then you get like 20 the same amount in the non-color by number version, which is just blank. I'm never going to color in those, so I don't know what to do with them. If you think you would like them, let me know. They may have some yellowing on them, as you've seen. Just be aware of that. But I was hoping to finish this by the end of the year. I don't know. I could. It's doable. It's just I lost interest in this one in November. Like I was plugging along on it really well, and then that Rapunzel one, I just kind of was like, meh. Just kind of lost interest. So I'm not so sure about that one. Finally, though, we have Stone Mosaic Book 2 by Belba Family. I finished Book 1 earlier in the year, and I have 3 here. we have a good space one, which I always love. Camping out in the woods next to the mountains. And then a really cool looking leaf. I believe I said I have 4 left in here. So this one's really doable. I can see me completing this one. The fairy tale one, maybe. If I get back in the mood for it, perhaps. But hey, if I get this one done this year, that'll be 4 books completed in a year, which is 3 more than last year. So I still consider that a success. So there we are. There are my completed pages for November. Not as much as I hoped. I had hoped to do more cat pictures and some more. I feel like I did quite a few autumn pictures, fall pictures. Maybe a few more Halloween pictures is kind of what I was aiming for, but just didn't quite get there. December, I hope to do a little more. If you saw Tuesday, I posted the Christmas scavenger hunt tag, which is what, 10 books? So there's 10 pages right there that I would actually like to complete this month. And then I have a bunch of others. I really need to color some more on Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays. I'm also a member of her Patreon, and she puts out at least 1 new picture a month on there, and I haven't colored any of them. I've just stored them all away. So I would like to color one of those. I was trying to think. There's just so many. And this week and next week looks so busy. I will probably get the bulk of my coloring done the last, I'd say, 2 weeks of the month. Hopefully, maybe. We shall see. But yeah, so I don't really have any December plans. The Christmas scavenger hunt video is my December coloring plans video. If I can accomplish that, then December's an awesome month, because Michelle has not completed actually colored in any of her scavenger hunt. She's not completed any of those rounds. So we're going to see how well we do with this one. If I can do 2 pictures, I've done more than any of the others. We'll also see if we can get the Autumn Charm picture done this month. So Sunday, color and chat, it is going to be in the Christmas Color by Number by George Tufexis. I have a buddy color with Ren in there, and she, of course, got hers done, and it looks fabulous, and I'm running behind, so we're going to knock that out in the video while I bring you guys up to speed from the last few weeks. Tuesday will be a tag video, either a tag I put together myself or another tag that's out there. It will just be a Tag Tuesday video. And then Friday will be a flip through, either more winter and Christmas digital books or cat coloring books. So, and I don't know what I'm doing next weekend, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, for those of you stuck around to the end of the video, I wonder if I can reach them. For those of you stuck around the end of the video, you're going to get a scoop. A scoop. So, not this weekend, not next weekend, maybe the weekend before Christmas. Maybe, hopefully. That's kind of what I'm guessing. I went through my coloring books again and made some hard decisions because I needed to free up some space. And I have a number of books that I plan to do another live stream giveaway. And if you've been a part of those before, I will probably post a teaser picture leading up to it. Basically, if we have time, we might color in chat, but for the most part, it's going to be a giveaway video where everybody picks a number, I choose a number, and we go from book to book. US only, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2, just because of shipping issues. And guys, if we do them by then, you are not going to get the book by Christmas. If it's the U.S. Postal Service, I've had numerous issues. I don't blame my post office carrier. I blame the higher-ups for the situation we are in, and just we're not going down that road right now. But there's no way. I would be very shocked, even if I went the Monday after. You probably won't get it by Christmas unless you happen to live very close to me. But some of the books I'm thinking about, now keep in mind some of these do have a colored page in them that I can remove or just leave in. Love Note Fairies and Angel Kisses by Lacey Sunshine. Enchanted Fairies, completely uncolored by Barbara Lanza. The World of Fairies by Ruth Sanderson. I'm giving away some George Tufexis books, or a George Tufexis book. Horses, color by number. Dogs, color by number. This is by Diego Jordan Pereira. And then like this beautiful vintage one. I don't know who it's by, but it's got really cool backgrounds. These are not the only books I'm giving away. There's a whole stack over there. I was just trying to grab a few to show you. But this is going to be a pretty big one. So, you know, at least a dozen. So keep that in the back of your mind. You know, put it in your little planner. Tentatively, we will schedule this for the 17th or the 18th. So we will just see when we get there. But that's tentatively what I'm going to do. So big Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that jazz giveaway. So there we are. If you stay till the end, you got a sneak peek. So shh, don't tell anybody. I'm not going to mention it till closer to time. So, because I want people that subscribe and people that, you know, watch the videos, I want them to have the best chance at these, because I feel like you guys deserve that, obviously. So if you put up a listening to me, you deserve a treat. Anyway, yeah, a quick note, I'll mention it in the coloring chat on Sunday. Finn, the Not My Cat that's outside, the plan that we had for him fell through. There's another possible plan in place, but we have to see how he does with small dogs tomorrow morning. Cross your fingers. Just, this cat is so sweet. I would absolutely love to find him a home. I have no idea how he does around dogs. So y'all just pray that the boy has no issue with dogs, because this is a really great home. My vet actually found this opportunity for me, and I trust her very much. So yeah, keep your fingers crossed. That would be a great ending to this like dumpster fire of a week that I've had. So anyway, back on Sunday with a coloring chat. If good things happen tomorrow, I will let you guys know in the community tab. If you don't hear anything, just assume it didn't work out, and we will pick up with all the deets on Sunday. So y'all take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.